The Nigerian Navy says it is leaving nothing to chance in its commitment to rid the nation's waters of pirates, kidnappers and oil thieves.
That's correct. The Central Naval Command demonstrated at the launch of exercise Octopus Grip with air and sea patrols in Bayelsa and Delta states. Correspondent Obieteme George has details of this three-day exercise. We'll have that report subsequently. It's day 1,298 since 276 Chibok schoolgirls were abducted on April the 14th, 2014.
And they were taken by the Boko Haram insurgents at their hostel at the government secondary school Chibok in Chibok local government area of Borno State, northeast Nigeria. So far, 57 of them have escaped. 219 have been missing for over 2 years. Presently, 106 are back, 113 remain missing. For more on this, we have joining us via Skype from Oyo State, a social commentator, Olasode Lasode. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be on your station.
Well, it does seem, with the release of 106 girls, that the 113 have been forgotten.
You can say that again, but I would say that where there's life, there's hope. So definitely, it's that hope that keeps everyone wishing that the federal government would keep at it till our girls are back, finally.
And nothing would be too small in exchange for the girls.
Nothing is too small. You know, this is all about intelligence. Recovering the ones that were recovered was based on high intelligence, negotiations, clarion calls, groups and everyone coming together to make sure our voices are heard, which is why I'm pitching my voice with that of others. Like Bring Back Our Girls group, they are making their voices known so that we don't let that matter slip again. These girls are somewhere radicalized. Some of them are having the notions that they are someone they are not. So we need to bring back our girls. We need them. We need we need to make that fact known that we won't give up. So that's why we have to, instigate that fire afresh so that it goes all over the nation. Yeah.
All right. The release of the 106 girls in total, they were released in 2 batches. It was in exchange for high-profile Boko Haram insurgents. Now, if they have released all their high-profile officials, do they have anything to exchange the girls for?
Yeah, exchange again. Well, the thing is this. This case of Boko Haram is a touchy, a sensitive issue that the federal government is handling with a lot of care, which we are all aware of. But regardless of that, there are other things that can be, like I remember the Minister of Information and Culture and even the ambassador the permanent secretary to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs mentioned something which is believed would act as a way to salvage this particular issue you've raised now. In other words, he talked about resolving conflicts in the Northeast, resolving conflicts like meeting other needs. They have been talking about radicalizing and working against the notion of westernization. So if we can meet other needs, since we have nothing like you just mentioned to bargain, to exchange in that respect, there are other things that can actually be done to foot those areas that serve as that are lacking, those areas that there are depth, unemployment, corruption, hunger. Mentioning these things can drive people to become something they are not. So if the federal government can go all out, to negotiate for these things, then we stand a chance.
Now, since the return of the last batch, we brought the number to 106. It appears as if the Bring Back Our Girls campaigners have been rather silent. What may be responsible for this?
It happens, it's just part of human nature. When a child may have, let me give you an instance, like an example. When you see a child crying, maybe something beats that child, the mom could actually, console that child to make that child become quiet. Pacify that child. That does not change the fact that there's something somewhere that is hurting that child. That's the same way it is with Nigerians, or every human being in general. Yeah, we have actually gotten some of our girls back, have them smiling, have them in camps where they are being, taken care of by the psychosocial counselors and all of that. But that has a way of, reducing that tension that, but that is why we have to keep on. That is why we are all here, to keep on at that a call for a continuation of justice, a continuation of that release and rescue of these girls, especially the ones that have been unaccounted for.
All right.
Terrorist camp, yes.
Day 1,298. We're hoping that this countdown comes to an end when the girls are finally released. Olasode Adeola, social commentator, thank you for joining us.